On this episode of Talking About Rock, Mike Floros and Jason Cornwell from SteelCity. Talk About Rock is sponsored by School of Rock, North Buffalo, where they're making musicians every day. Hello, welcome to this episode of Talking About Rock. I'm Rob Edwards. Here we bring you rock interviews from veteran and upcoming artists. Subscribe on our YouTube channel to stay up to date, and follow us on our social media and our website, talkingaboutrock.com. Today we have for you a guitar-driven arena rock band, SteelCity. Initially started as a solo project by founding member Mike Floros, the band's name is derived from a hardworking blue-collar Midwestern town of Youngstown, Ohio. Here to talk with us about the new album, Reverence, from SteelCity, let's say hello to Mike and Jason. How's it going, guys?
Going great. It's going great, man. How you doing?
Great. Thanks for being with us today. So we'll start with you, I guess, here, Mike, man. So this turned from a solo project into a full band situation, I guess, from what I was reading. So what was the initial plan with that?
Well, I initially had a band called Idora, and thank you again for having us. But I had a band called Idora, and I wanted to do something where I sang, and I had a few songs that were just like really, really just they're made for a high pitched singer. There's no other way to say it. And I reached out to a fellow at the time by the name of Brian Cole. And Brian sang the songs that I think the first one that he sang for me was a song called Turnabout off of our album Fortress. And when he sang it, and then he sent that, and I want to say he sent Heart and Soul, and I can't remember maybe Back on the Streets, which was the Vinnie Vincent cover. I said, okay, instead of having an album that's going to be like Total Control by John Norum, where he sang most of it and had like a guy sing the high songs, he sang everything so beautifully and so well that I'm like, do you just kind of want to sing the whole damn thing? And he, if you know Brian's like, yeah, man, sure, bro. And that's my best Brian Cole impersonation. And then I had some friends from Youngstown that that kind of more or less got recruited for the band, and it was fun. We had a good time. And then for different reasons, Scott and Ron, the bass player and the drummer, I had to leave. Scott got promoted to like a big fancy job, and then Brian just wanted to focus on being. He's in a Journey tribute band, and he kind of wanted to focus on doing that kind of stuff and focus on his solo material. So then, wave 2 of SteelCity came in with the super talented Jason Cornwell on bass, Roy Cathy.
Oh, thank you. No shucks.
Yeah. On the magnificent Roy Cathy on vocals, and we've shuffled through a few drummers, kind of like Spinal Tap, and we've landed with Anthony White, and then of course our main dude, our guy Tony Stahl, who's kind of been with us from the beginning on keyboards. There's your long-winded answer. Does it work?
Excellent. Yeah. So yeah, very cool. I've been checking out the tracks, and yeah, Roy definitely sounds great. And Jason, you're sounding great also, man. You got a lot of studio experience, also touring musician. And what I was reading, you also shared the stage with Mr. Biggs, Eric Martin at a time, right?
Yes, yeah, that was I had some time on and off with him, but literally about 10 years I played with him on and off, and then we've had a relationship for even above and beyond that, which is really cool. But my last stint with him was started in 2012, went to 2017, and how I actually got the gig was I had done the Billy Sheehan masterclass at NAMM a few times, and then when he came to Boston, he knew I knew Eric, and then asked me if I wanted to come down to soundcheck and play a couple songs. So I nailed Shy Boy, and then we did Addicted to the Rush.
Nice.
And Addicted to that Rush, and then the Monsters of Rock cruise was like coming up, like I wouldn't say like 2 months, and he said he was trying to put a band back together, and asked me if I'd do it like the next day, and so the rest is history. And we did a bunch of tours, some brutal winters, some tour dates in Europe, Asia and everything, and it was a lot of fun.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. We were very lucky to have, Billy Sheehan on our show a couple times. Obviously
Wow.
from the Buffalo, New York area. Great guy.
Oh
I've
yeah,
had him on the show a few times. They were just here a couple months back for the Mr. Big tour, the Big Finish tour. Got there to chat with Billy and Eric a little bit. Just
oh
great
that's great.
guys. Yeah, very,
They're,
very
they're, fan-
cool.
they're fantastic guys, and I grew up in upstate New York too. So even before, I'm dating myself here, but before Billy, joined David Lee Roth, he was constantly playing around where I lived. So I lived in Schenectady, Albany area. So he was always playing down there, JB Scott's, JB's Theater, and then, you know, all over the place. And we were, I was so ecstatic when he got the gig with Mr. Big. That was amazing because, it was like one of those, local guys, stepping up to the big time.
Oh, definitely, and they definitely hit it out of the park with their stuff for sure. Definitely. So you guys
Oh,
got
yeah.
on. I was talking with Mike a little bit about this earlier. You guys got on the Monsters of Rock cruise in 2020. So
Yeah.
can you tell us a little bit about the experience on that?
Sure. I mean, that was something that Jason worked on that for us. He's kind of like our de facto manager, so to speak. And Jason had a relationship with Bill DiPaolo and also with Larry Morand. And so when they were having their live streams on COVID, Jason got us involved in that, and it was really fun. It was a unique experience because I had never been involved in anything like that, and so we showed up at this. I guess I don't know if you want to call it a rehearsal studio. It's more like a soundstage kind of place. And walked onto this set, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like all these cameras and this crazy stage, and it has our logo everywhere. It was like made you feel like you were like Kiss or Van Halen or something. It was just an extremely cool experience. We can't thank Larry and Bill enough for that. It kind of was one of the things that really kind of opened us up to a more national or slash worldwide audience. So it was a great opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it was amazing. Yeah, and walking into Third Encore, I mean, that whole studio had been prepped for that big upcoming tour that year, which was supposed to be the stadium tour, but was canceled. So Larry had reserved that studio for Def Leppard and and Poison and whatnot, and so he had that place for 3 months to shoot promos. Start with rehearsals, then do promo clips, commercials, et cetera, and just the space was doing nothing. So he kind of took advantage of it to make it work, and he asked us
Absolutely.
to do it. So it was fantastic, and I can't thank him enough. I mean, it was a great opportunity, and I mean, the footage alone that we got is worth every moment that we were there.
Yeah, very,
Yeah,
very
for sure.
cool. Yeah. We've been real lucky to work with Bill DiPaolo and being invited out there for entertainment services of Western New York.
Ooh.
See some of their shows at the Capitol Theater in Rome, New York. Just Bill's a great guy. Just can't say
Oh
enough good
yeah.
stuff about him for sure. So
So
let's
Steel
talk a little
City.
bit.
Oh,
Yeah, go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, so don't mean to talk over you. So speaking of Bill DiPaolo, so Steel City's work with Bill DiPaolo. We played at that theater. It escapes. What is the name of that place, Mike? Do you remember off the top
It's
of your
in
head?
I think it's Oneida Catlett
Yeah,
Theater. Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
we've played there, and then with other bands, I've actually played the Rome one, and then also I was just on the phone with Bill DiPaolo the past 2 days. So I'm in another band, and we're planning some tour dates as well, and he's heavily involved. So he's just, I would call him an ace in a hole. He's always there to help, and he's just outstanding.
Yeah, he's always got something brewing, something happening. I constantly keep an eye on what's happening out there at Rome for sure. Definitely.
I will say, like every other day for the past 3 weeks, it's always like I look at my phone in the morning. He's like, "Hey, can you give me a call?" And it's always something awesome, And he really wants to help Steel City a lot. So I mean, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, hopefully we'll see you guys out there coming up. Very, very cool. So let's
Yeah.
get back to a little bit talking about some of the music you guys got on here on Reverence. So just some smoking guitar and vocals on
Oh,
this
thank you.
latest track. Tell us a little bit about the single "I Ain't Dreaming About You." I don't know who wants to start with that. If you want to start, Mike, about that, just some great vocals, some great smoking guitar on there, like I was saying.
Um, I really don't know where to start or what to say about it. It's just one of those things that just it kind of just pops in your head and you roll with it. And it's like, man, I don't know. The guitar on that is actually, it's pretty fun. I think I used my Jackson to record that. My soloist is my first real guitar, that I bought back in '86. But it's just a fun song. We wanted something that was kind of going to be upbeat and just have a great solo. I hate to use the word danceable when you're talking about a hard rock album, but I think that's like the type of song that you probably could dance to. And I don't know, I kind of like it, but I wrote it, so I mean, but it's a great tune, and we had a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I like
Yeah,
it too.
great.
I like it too. We're going to take a quick break here and we'll check out the song and video for I Ain't Dreaming About You. And we'll be right
Okay.
back here with the guys from Steel City on Talking About Rock. Okay, we're back here on Talking About Rock with the guys from Steel City. Just checked out the song and video for I Ain't Dreaming About You. Great track. So this is going to be on the new album Reverence, set to be released on September 20th. So what else do you guys got in the works? Is there some dates coming up or some other stuff that maybe you could kind of give us a little heads up on? Anything happening?
Jason could start with that if he likes.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I'll be out in the LA area, and so is Tony, and so we're planning on doing a new video. Do you want to tell him what song it's for?
Yeah, we're hoping to get a video shot for the song "No Angel," which is another song off the album. Truthfully, that's probably one of my favorite songs on the album. It has a really cool vibe, and it's one of the two songs where I could just say I'm probably doing my best Reb Beach impersonation, but
Yeah, and it was just his birthday recently. Happy birthday to Reb Beach. But yeah, go ahead.
for sure, I saw that. But
He's still in the Pittsburgh area, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're from that area, man, it's hard to leave the Rust Belt. It's
Seriously.
But that's a really fun song, and that song actually probably has a little bit more of the Guitar Hero-esque kind of stuff going on in it. I kind of gave it away. It's got a little bit of a Winger vibe to it. There's a little bit of, it's kind of, I guess it's like if Winger and I don't know, Striper had a baby, they'd make this song, because the bridge in this song has a lot, and I mean a lot, of harmonies. And a big shout out to the lead singer in my other band, Love and Chains, Rob Kane. He pitched in on the backing vocals on this album, and he just did a stellar job. So
Amazing.
awesome. Yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think the production and the work on it is great. I think it's a great album for you guys. I look forward for the new video. And if, like you're saying, if it's a mix between some Winger stuff and Striper, I think it's going to be amazing. The stuff that Wingers come out with lately really kind of set them apart and kind of set a new tone, I think, for their music. I think people almost kind
One of my favorite bands.
Yeah, I think people almost kind of wrote them off a little bit back in the day. And I was talking to Kip a little bit about this because they kind of got a bad shake back in the day with the Beavis and Butthead thing, right? And they kind of got a bad vibe with that,
100%.
And he talked to Mike Judd about it, he said, and it was never meant to be anything. It just kind of happened. But it's so good to see, because he has so much classical training, this guy. It's just amazing. Yeah. And this the same, I would have to say, with Striper. I saw one of their acoustic shows recently, and I was just kind of blown away. I didn't know what to expect, but two 80s bands still sounding great to me.
Oh yeah. I've got some, and Mike is sick of me telling this story, but so Michael Sweet used to be my next door neighbor for 5 years. So where I live in Plymouth, Massachusetts. So, so I got to hear lots of Striper, lots of practice vocals, and the guys believe it or not, they used to rehearse before they went on tour at his house, which was kind of cool.
Excellent. Very, very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. We're hoping to have him back on the show coming up maybe in the next couple of weeks. They got the new album out and stuff, so we're hoping to have him back. But I really like what you guys are doing. It's excellent. Like I said, new album Reverence out September 20th from Steel City. Folks out there, check it out. I want to thank Mike and Jason so much for being with us today. Thank you so much, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for having us, man. We really do appreciate it.